And welcome to the July 24, 2025 edition of the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. All members of council are present as well as legal counsel. Sorry about that. First on the agenda is the approval of minutes from July 17, 2025. There are some clarifications that need to be done in the minutes, so we're going to hold that till the next meeting. Next on the agenda are claims for payments, the amount of $137,897.17.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims for payment as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next are payroll claims for payment in the amount of $876,416.90.
I'll move to approve payroll claims for payment.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the payroll claims for payment as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is request. We have a request from the Parks and Recreation requesting an exception for lights around Elstro Park to be shut off in assistance with the presentation of a movie on August 1st. And here to present this.
My name is Sergeant Ridgway with the Richmond Police Department. So the Parks Department is partnering with Every Child Can Read and Wayne County Reads to present The Wild Robot, an outdoor movie in conjunction with their summer reading project. They are requesting to make an exception for the lights around the Elstro Plaza to be shut off with the help of the picture movie on 8/1. They have spoken to Skip Moore from RP&L and determined the appropriate measures needed to make this movie possible right in the middle of downtown Richmond. The lights to be turned off for the movie are as follows. The two poles have two lights and are located in the parking lot just north of the park. They're going to be pole numbers 2657, 1042, 3112, 3111, and 899. Upon Board of Works approval, these lights will be turned off during working hours on Friday, August 1st, and restored to service the following Monday. They also request that the North Service Drive to be closed from North 6th Street to North 7th Street for the safety of the expected crowd. I have no objections to this.
I got a couple of questions. Have we done this in the past at this location?
Yes.
So we've had dry runs in the past. We know the expectations. Okay.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Richmond Parks and Recreation request for the lights be shut off. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have the tabling of some.
It's on the agenda, though.
I'm just going to reference them since we didn't get to them last week. We have a tabling of some handicap requests. We are still waiting on the documents for that, so that'll be moved to the next meeting. And we also had some street closures that appeared on that same situation. So we'll move those to the next meeting. But we will move forward with street closures at this time.
The first one is going to be the 4th Street Foundation 4th Street Fair. This is going to be October 3rd through the 5th, 4 p.m. on Friday through 6 p.m. on Sunday. This is the fair's 44th year and will take place Saturday, October 4th and Sunday, October 5th. They are requesting blockage to begin for the road at 4 p.m. on Friday. They're asking assistance with South 4th and South A, B Street on the east side, B Street on the west side, C Street on the east and west side, and D Street on the east and west side, as well as South 5th and E. The streets would be blocked from Friday, October 3rd at 4 p.m. through Sunday at 6 p.m. The residents of South 4th Street will be informed of the time so that way they can plan their parking accordingly. I have no objections to this.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 4th Street Fair street closure as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next one is going to be the Earlham Homecoming Bash. This is going to be Friday, October 10th from 4 p.m. till about 11:30 p.m. This is going to be East Main between 9th and 10th Street in front of 8 to the bar. They are requesting RPD presence as well. They have already secured 2 officers to work security, and then street department will provide the road closure. None of the businesses should be affected.
We'll move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Earlham College Homecoming Bash as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The final road closure request, this is going to be one that's already been approved. It's the Downshift for Down Syndrome Car Show. They are just requesting an additional road closure on North 7th Street from Main to A. So we've already approved the North 6th Street closure. They're just expecting this to be a lot larger, and they're wanting to close North 7th Street as well. And I have no objections to this.
No problems with the library.
Not to my knowledge.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Downshift for Down Syndrome additional street closure as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I understand you have an emergency emergency closure that you'd like to present?
Yes, so Indiana Earthworks is requesting an emergency closure on North 6th Street. It should be from Main to South A, and that will only be for about 2 more days.
The dates are,
It was the 21st through the 26th, I believe, if I recall from the email.
Move to approve.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve the Earthworks street closure as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have bid awards. Bids let on May 28th, 2025. Please state your name and title, please.
Hello, good evening, Board. Sherry Ritchie from Code Enforcement. The public let for bids were sent out by purchasing on May 28th, 2025 to demolish the following properties: 1021 Butler Street, 1024 Sheridan Street, 1226 Butler Street, 1714 Northeast Street, and 2002 Glen Court. The lowest and most responsive bids were received on July 10th, were as follows: 1021 Butler Street, $9,615. 1024 Sheridan Street, $12,100. 1226 Butler Street, $9,000. 1714 Northeast Street, $9,825. 2002 Glen Court, $9,860. J.A. Schroyer Group was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 1021 Butler Street, 1714 Northeast Street, and 2002 Glen Court for a total of $29,300. Wicker Excavating was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 1024 Sheridan Street for a total of $12,100. B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 1226 Butler Street for a total of $9,000. We're now asking the board to award the bid to J.A. Schroyer Group in an amount not to exceed $29,300, Wicker Excavating in an amount not to exceed $12,100, and B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $9,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the bid awards as presented by Officer Sherry Ritchie.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the awards as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda are bids let on June 3rd, 2025.
A public let for bids were sent out by purchasing on June 3rd, 2025 to demolish the following properties: 218 North 20th Street, 221 Northwest East Street, and 1505 North J Street. The lowest and most responsive bids received on July 10th were as follows: 218 North 20th, $11,200, 221 Northwest East Street, $9,500, and 1505 North J Street, $4,490. Wicker Excavating was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 218 North 20th Street for a total of $11,200. B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 221 Northwest East Street for a total of $9,500. And J.A. Schroyer Group was the lowest and most responsive bidder for 1505 North J Street for a total amount of $4,490. And we are now asking the board to award the bid to Wicker Excavating in an amount not to exceed the $11,200, B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $9,500, and J.A. Schroyer Group in an amount not to exceed $4,490.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the awards led out on June 3rd, 2025, as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have contracts. First contract is 113-2025 to HWC Engineering.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Good evening, Beth Fields, Director of Strategic Initiatives. I am here on behalf of the Mayor's Office requesting approval of a professional services contract number 113-2025 with HWC Engineering. This is a lump sum contract in an amount not to exceed $11,000 for the development of public engagement education materials for upcoming projects.
For those watching, can you give just a little background on it?
Sure, absolutely. So as we look at different options to help fund projects throughout the city, specifically with the Parks Department, the Indiana State Legislature has given us the ability to enact a food and beverage tax, should we decide to do that. So these materials will help us educate the public on what that could look like, how that funding could be used, so that we can have some discussions and dialogue as to whether or not to move forward with that project.
Thank you.
So is all of this food and beverage then 11,000?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move.
No, second.
A motion and a second to approve contract number 113-2025 to HWC Engineering as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is 116-2025 to B&B Construction for code enforcement.
Sherry Ritchie, Code Enforcement Department. The Code Enforcement Department awarded the bid to B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. on May 8th, 2025 for an emergency demolition of a property located at 122 North 17th Street. We are now asking the board to approve contract number 116-2025 to B&B Construction of Richmond, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $9,800 for the demolition of the property located at 122 North 17th Street.
Just a quick question. Why was it deemed an emergency, just for those watching around the world?
Well, this property has been a nuisance property for quite some time. There has been a squatter in there. I had the property cleaned up twice, boarded once, and the gentleman keeps coming back, and he actually started a fire.
Okay.
And so, because of that, it needed to be torn down.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve contract number 116-2025 as presented to B&B Construction. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's all we have on the agenda tonight. Anything to bring up before we call it a day? All right, we are adjourned.